This is why
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Star Wars Stuff podcast, where we talk about all things Star Wars. My name is Zach.
I'm Mary.
And I'm Adam.
Yay!
Adam!
Hi,
We made
everyone.
it. What a treat. We have a special
Now-
guest joining us today, everyone.
But now who's going to be
Yes.
in the comments section for us?
I actually think you guys put me on the show so you could get me out of the comment section.
That's
how I
true.
truly
You know
feel.
what? Valid.
That is true. But before we dive in here, guys, we have some awesome people to thank. Our top tier Patreon supporters, starting with Lee McCallion, Kevin Leininger, Devin McCaffrey, Maya Morris, Adam Haber, Cam from
Hey.
Indiana, Mariana Atia Arnold, Alex Blundell, Indiana Solo, BC Dumit, Sean Smith, and Adriana Verano. Am I saying your last
Adriana.
name right?
nailed that.
Adriana, I'm so sorry. But yes,
She's so sweet.
she
She's an
is.
Instagram buddy.
Holla. But thank you so much, everyone. We do appreciate all the support you give to the show. It helps out with cons and getting us around a little bit, and so we can all hang out and make some more stuff for you. So also we want to give a shout out to Legion Sabers. If you go to legionsabers.com and use the code STUFF at checkout, you will get some sort of discount. I don't remember what it is. I know it changed percentage wise, kind of, maybe a little bit.
So I think now, because they were running a promo for the month, that promo is now over. So I think now it's if you use the code STUFF, you get like 15 or 20% off. Something like
Very
that. You get
nice.
something. You get
They're-
something.
They're great people. They make great products. Go check them out and tell them we sent you, and you'll get a little kickback. So not kickback. You'll get a discount. That's different. That's so different.
Awkward.
Ignore what I just said there.
You will not get
Anyways,
this thing.
um,
I finally got to play with one of those things. They are hefty. I have the Galaxy's
Yeah.
Edge ones, and then you have those, and you realize there's a bit of a difference there.
there's a big difference in a good
You
way.
just- Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't put it down. I found myself holding it for many minutes at a time. I didn't want to ever put it down. It was awesome.
It's one of those things like you want to just twirl it. Like I feel like the Legion Saber ones are for dueling and like learning how to look really cool holding a lightsaber.
Mm.
The Galaxy Edge ones are for like display.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I did want to. I
Yeah.
wanted to hit somebody with it. Yeah.
Yeah. At Level Up in Vegas, we were at their booth and I was trying to convince David for like the longest time to just hit somebody with a saber.
Just hit someone.
Yeah, just
They're
hit somebody. It's
durable.
fine.
They're durable.
Like someone that knew they were going to get hit, or just hit someone.
You know, either or. I was okay with both scenarios.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah.
Oh
Never
my
mind.
gosh. Well, guys, we just hung out this past weekend. How wild is that, considering we're in 3 different states right now?
I know. We made it out of the group chat, guys.
Goodness, we did. Some of
I
us
think-
later than others, because me and Adam may or may not have hung out in person before.
That's
but
right.
we'll leave
That's
that
right.
up to you guys to think about.
Mary,
So,
yeah, welcome to the friendship, Mary.
Yay! Thanks for having
grab
me.
a spoon. Happy to have you.
See, I feel like if we all got it like an ice cream sundae, now you have that third person to eat that third flavor. You know, like it's always 3 scoops.
You guys
So you
need
always have to
extra
have 3
people for
friends.
Sundays.
Yes,
Dang, how big are the
Zach.
Sundays out in LA?
big.
Dang, sounds like I need to move. I'm getting gypped over here.
There you go.
It's less ice cream for us. I don't know about this. I don't like that.
I'm worth it. My friendship is worth less ice cream.
Wow, what a treat. But yeah,
I just need everybody to know, like, this is what our group chat really is like right here.
so bear with us, guys. We have
It's
a
productive.
rough outline we're going to stick to for the show. I promise we'll talk about Star Wars, but bear with us a little bit. This might be an unfiltered, just
It's
ha-has and
it's
neeners.
fun and easy banter to start off with, and then hardcore Star Wars. You know,
Yeah, that's pretty much what happened this weekend. So
yeah. There's a little bit of Star Wars sprinkled into the
It's
the
true.
fun and easy banter.
that is very true. Well, I guess so. We're talking about, I guess for this podcast specifically, we're talking about a lot of who we met and some of the BTS experience things that we had, courtesy of Ted at Countdown to the
Ted.
Geeks. Ted we were at the booth with Ted. If you didn't listen to our last show, we were right next to those guys all weekend, and they're awesome people, make great content, and Ted was getting us to certain places, and we got press badges, which was incredible. So we got a little bit of I don't know, backstage access for certain things. So, and that's kind of what we're going to dive into today. So starting Friday, Friday was a little hectic because Mary, you were there the night before, right?
Yeah, I flew in Thursday, wanted to make sure Friday was a full day for me because that was my heavy fan day
Mm.
of like meeting Hayden, Daniel Logan, all those things. So stop, we'll get into it.
Uh,
Yeah, Adam, you missed it. So
I heard.
what was funny for my experience on Friday is that each one of you eventually met me in a line.
It's true. That is
Yeah.
how it happened.
That is
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm standing in a line and here comes Zach. And
Oh,
then
goodness.
standing in a line and then here comes Adam. So
Well, you
That's right.
were working on Friday, right, Adam? You had like a half day.
Yeah, I had a half day. Decided to get my car washed, and then I got there a little bit late. So I did find. I went over to the booth when I first got there Friday. It was kind of late. I actually didn't even buy a badge. I just walked up and saw somebody leaving, and they graciously just gave me their badge. And then I got
that's so
there, got
nice.
in, and it was awesome. It was so sweet. Got in there, went to the booth, and kind of immediately said to David, like, David, what's up? Where's Mary and Zach? And then ran over to the line to see you guys, and you were in Moff Gideon's line, also
We
known as
were.
Giancarlo Esposito, and it was
Yes.
just awesome finally seeing Zach, of course, my brother. A year and a half ago, I got to meet him, but finally getting to meet Mary was just so awesome, and you guys were just chatting it up, and we were in a line for an autograph, so it was like you get to meet like two awesome people again, and then you get to go see a celebrity. It was honestly like a great start to the con, honestly.
That was a
Oh,
grand old time.
nice.
So
Because
yeah.
I remember we were waiting in line because I had Group A, so like they
Mhm.
weren't letting Group B in yet because Giancarlo was running late due to, I think they were like group pictures with the boys cast,
Yeah.
and we were sitting and waiting for a good bit, and it honestly worked out because if he was on time, he probably wouldn't have been with us in line,
Got
and
it.
Craig was with us, and he's like, call me when the line starts moving. And sorry, Craig, I know we told you in the moment, but we forgot to call you when the line started moving because Adam came and we totally got distracted. But
Sorry,
because
Craig.
we all saw Giancarlo walk past and go back to his table, right? So then the line starts moving and he's kind of pencil whipping people through, and like he's a busy man, right? He's got a busy weekend. He's trying to make it to
Yeah.
the next thing because I think they had a panel coming up not long after that autograph session, right?
No, I think they did their panel before it. But the thing I love about Giancarlo is like when he walks into the space, he is excited. He's like hooping and hollering the entire time as he's walking to his table. But what he did this weekend, which is really, really sweet, and like major props to him and Bob, who runs SpaceCon, they had like a puppy donation event. So
Mm.
if you donated, I think it was like $79, you got a picture, an autograph, and I believe like a t-shirt. So the picture and autograph are with Gian and Steph, and then you got a SpaceCon t-shirt and stuff. So he did Fan Friday. So if you don't know, SpaceCon does Fan Fridays where you get a $35 autograph. Doesn't matter the size, doesn't matter the item, which if you're not
Oh,
familiar with
I
cons,
didn't know that. I thought it was gonna be like a $35 picture or something. You could do whatever you wanted.
I think
no,
they had
it's
$35
autos.
pictures too. I think it
Yeah.
was both.
Wow.
Yeah. So Friday, so if you ever want to go to SpaceCon, or if you go to any convention, there's different prices for different types of autographs and stuff. So like 8x10 is like a standard. A Funko Pop is a bigger price, a bigger poster is a bigger price. But what SpaceCon does is they do Fan Fridays and you get any of those things for $35. So he did that on Friday. And then the rest of the weekend, he was doing this donation. So everything he got, like all the money for the donation thing went straight to like feeding puppies, like
Yeah.
food banks for dogs and like shelters and stuff. So what a great guy, you know?
Oh yeah. That's
Yeah.
honestly, I think I've never heard of a $35 autograph at any convention. I've been to a bunch. That's like I think the least I've ever seen ever is like $75 for something. So I think
Dang.
Mary, you talked about on the last podcast was that it's such a great like intro con. SpaceCon
Yeah.
is if you're new. Like my first one
Mm.
was Fan Expo Dallas, which was a nightmare. When I my first
Oh,
autograph session was Rosario Dawson. It was like 3.5 hours long for the wait.
Oh,
I almost missed my Hayden autograph after that. So the con is just so well run. I mean, I think I spent like a whole 10 minutes with you guys before we got into Giancarlo.
yeah, we were
Who
moving.
by the way, looking great, Mr. Esposito.
oh
Yeah,
yeah.
Just oh yeah. Oh yeah.
yeah.
He works out for sure.
Dude's putting in the reps for sure. He hoists.
He's not
He
afraid
does.
to lift heavy for sure.
That
He
is
he
true.
is not. Yeah, and they do such a good job with like those specials, like you're saying, like $35
Yeah.
for the
Like,
fan.
look, that was the $35 autograph, guys. For those, get that out of here. That's a later story,
Oh,
Mary. Get that out.
sorry, just
But-
kidding.
So for those watching, this is my little Funko I got signed by Giancarlo, and I had him write Moff Gideon underneath because I try to get all the characters to write, or the people to write their character name for the thing they're signing, because I mostly get Funko Pop signed.
Adam
Did
is
anything-
already trying so hard not to giggle about this story.
So okay, all right. So we're getting into. We'll just dive into it. We're getting in line. Adam shows up. Hoo hoo ha ha. Yeah, you know, it's great.
Exactly like
We
that.
sounded like monkeys, and the line
we
starts
were the
moving.
people. Yeah, exactly. We were the people like talking, and they were just like, I'm sure the people behind us were like, "Can you please, God, move
Oh,
forward?"
I'm sure they
because-
were annoyed before we. I'm sure they were annoyed before you got there because I was talking about how much I had to use the bathroom, like very not quietly. I was very transparent about that. But we started moving, and right when we walk into the tent, I don't know if you guys remember, it was either the guy in front of us or it was us three that just kind of started going, "Hey," you know, like we were joking about something that had nothing to do with him.
Adam was wearing a jersey.
In Austin,
Oh,
it was in Austin FC, which is like our soccer team here. And the guy, I didn't know there's a San Antonio club also, and he was like, "Get out!"
And then everybody in line, including Gian, started going, boo.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, okay.
He was
Cool.
well. Other people started chiming in, and then
Yeah.
Giancarlo started chiming in just because everyone else was. So he's paying attention. He's not just pencil whipping stuff like
Yeah.
"Get out of here," blah blah. I guess kind of, but it was it was fun. So then we get up to him, and I brought my own pen because I'm a dork, and I'm having him sign my little Funko Pop, and he's Giancarlo Esposito. And I'm like, oh, I'm such a big fan. You steal the show for every scene you're in, blah, blah, blah. I can't remember what I said exactly. And he's like, wow, you're very articulate. And I had to ask Mary and Adam what he said at first, like 1,000 times, because I couldn't remember the word articulate. But I'm like, oh, thanks. And like, kind of as I finished the thought, I'm like, hey, would you mind writing Moff Gideon underneath your signature? And he looks at me and he goes, you mother trucker, dude. Like he just started,
He
just
didn't use
kind
the
of.
word trucker.
That is true. We were keeping it PG today, but he's like, oh,
It's a family show, Zach.
because
please.
sometimes they charge extra for like the character names or whatever. But I'm like, hey, it's a $35 fan appreciation Friday. You know what I mean? And
Yeah, appreciate me.
and then he's like, here you go. And
So I think first he called you articulate,
yep,
and then by the end of it, he called you a mother trucking ditch.
yes. But that it wasn't
But
all
not
in one
those
go.
exact
It was,
words.
oh, you mother trucker. And he started writing. And he's like, here you go. And he like dotted the I on like Gideon or something. And he's like, ditch, and he handed it to me. And we all were like, haha. And we walked out. And I'm like, that was a little
What
strange.
just happened?
No, you
But-
said you were like, what just happened? I was like, well, he
No.
called you a.
You're like, did that just happen? And we're like, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Goodness. Well, and I remember
And we all
texting
just
my
giggled our way
cousin.
back.
I'm like, dude, Giancarlo called me articulate, a mother trucker, in a ditch, all within 19 seconds. How was your day? And he's like, oh, bro, I can't compete with that. Because shout out to my cousin Noah. We text about Star Wars and all kinds of stuff all the time. And Breaking Bad's a big bonding point for us. So he was pumped. I was getting to meet Mr. Gus Fring of El Pollos Hermanos. Los Pollos Hermanos. My apologies.
There you go.
But yeah, no, that was a great first experience with him. It cracked me up. It definitely something I won't forget. I'm sure you guys won't forget that either, even though you were
No.
just
We got
sniffing
to
over my
witness the
shoulder the whole time.
amazingness.
Actually, I don't think you guys are tall enough to smell over my shoulders, but
I could barely see.
we have one of our favorite commenters, that David Lozano. Who is that guy on the bottom?
Oh,
You mean
God.
David Dozano?
He was supposed to be a SpaceCon special guest.
That guy at the bottom.
The guy at the bottom.
I think his name's Adam.
You know, I deserve this, so it's okay. Bring it on. Bring it on, David.
Ooh, we got some keyboard warriors ready to tear your threads today.
Oh,
Here,
no.
Adam.
Oh, God.
What's up, David?
So that
Glad you
was
hang.
our experience, all three of us, for the first time together, was watching Zac.
I tell you what, it was probably one of the best 10 minutes of a con I think I've ever had. It was like boom, boom. I saw my internet friends. I saw Giancarlo, cheer obscenities at me and then at Zac. It was awesome.
And we're not knocking Giancarlo. He's a great dude.
No.
That
It was all
experience.
I'd say
is not,
yes. I would pay
was all
$35
loving.
for all of that again. Yes.
Yes.
It was all very loving and in good fun. It was not malicious in any way,
no.
shape, or form
Right.
at all. No.
That was later. I'm just kidding. So David again is saying, is that the guy who wears the golden slippers? Okay, so for those
What
of
is
you,
this golden slippers?
so those of you who don't know, I think so. Adam is one of our. Are you our only Black Tier Patreon?
Yes, I'd like to talk about the meetups later if we can. No, I think Dave. I asked David one time. So yes, I'm the sole Black Kyber Crystal tier
You're
member.
important. You're important.
Yeah, very important. If you pay enough money, you could be on a podcast, guys. I asked him if there was
Pay
anything.
to play.
That's right. I asked him if there was anything higher than the Black Kyber Crystal tier, and he said, Supreme Leader Snoke's glittery slippers tier. So I don't know how much money that is, but I'm willing to pay it.
Aw, Adam is so nice. So I'm going to totally embarrass you for a minute. Adam was not only late because he was working and getting his car washed. He knew all of us are so from out of town. He stopped at Buc-ee's on the way in and made each one of us a gift bag. Literally, just beaver nuggets and chocolate and a handwritten Star Wars card.
Dude,
that is the
us.
sweetness that is Adam.
if you come to Texas, you either need to go to Buc-ee's. Unfortunately, Mary, I don't think you got to go.
No, I didn't get to go.
You either need to experience it in the flesh or be able to eat some of the food from it and just kind of experience the absurdity of Buc-ee's. I know Buc-ee's, I think it's brought up a lot here, but it is actually one of the most crazy places I've ever been. You think it's going to be just a regular gas station, but it's
the Taj Mahal of gas stations.
It is quite literally a Taj Mahal of gas station.
It is not overrated. It is accurately assessed in every way.
Yeah, I still owe Zac a sweater from there.
It's true, but
I
do have something to hold me over because I was the only one to get one of these from Adam because this is for my son Kanan. Adam put this little guy in the bag. So for those of you watching, I got my little buddy Bucky here. He's just waving, saying hi. Hi, David.
He had a good time.
He did.
He had a good time at the con too.
I bought that for your son, and I don't know if your son is ever going to actually see that. It seems like it's yours now.
He is mesmerized by this thing. I forgot him last time we went live after SpaceCon because he was sleeping, but he was playing with them downstairs, so he was with the rest of his toys. But we got some funny pictures of this guy hanging out by David's shoulder and giving him some nice pets and holding the lightsaber, and he's just a super happy guy. So
I love the lightsaber hold.
It was quite funny. I have a lightsaber right here, but it's signed by Hayden Christensen, and it's not going to see daylight ever again. So he's not going to touch that one.
I know you just changed the logo, David, of Star Wars stuff with Rada holding the lightsaber, but I may need a rebrand. That's right. We'll see. Throw it out there.
I feel like we would definitely get a cease and desist after that.
But anyway, Adam was a little late. We're like, you son of a gun, but he was doing something very nice and thoughtful for us. So it was,
dude, it was 100 degrees. I was putting together bags. It was I was sweating, putting beaver nuggets, which if you don't know what that means, it's I've never even had them actually. Have you guys opened them yet?
Yeah, mine are gone.
It's just like caramel popcorn,
but better.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
They're bigger, so there's more crunch to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, putting bags together. Oh, I'm bringing them into the con. security was hilariously lax with that. They were just like, they're like, sir, you can't bring outside food. I was like, it's gifts for the vendors. And this guy was like, it's almost like I did like a forced like it's you don't
You don't
yeah,
see these
it's
bags.
gifts.
They need
Yeah,
their beaver nuggets.
and the guy was like, okay, whatever, sure. I was like, they're
These are
not gonna
not the
eat
beaver
it.
nuggets you're looking
Oh,
Yeah,
for.
geez.
yeah. It was pretty funny. So yeah, you're welcome. I'm happy you got to get some Buckies, but you got to come next time you're in Texas.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
still debating for Rebel Scum Con if I'm going to be able to make it. If I make it, going to Bucky's. Nothing's going to stop me this time.
It's
Nothing.
just too far away a little bit from SpaceCon.
Fair.
It's far. Oh yeah, it was far. It was like an hour drive. It was wild. I was like, oh, this
That
is a
is true.
lot.
But yeah, after
Anyways.
we got back we got back
Brought
to
to you
the
by
booth
Buc-ee's.
and we're eating Bucky's snacks at our booth here. And I'm trying to think what we had next because I just
So
had Giancarlo on Friday, but
I was the one who had a heavy Friday, but it was before Adam got there. So I started my day off with Daniel Logan. And I will say this. This is your public service announcement, everybody. If you are going to get an autograph with Daniel Logan, you got to prepare to be in that line, no matter if you're the second person or the 15th person, for at least 2 hours, because the man likes to talk, which is great. Like,
it's
he
a
loves to
double-edged
chit.
sword, you know?
Yes, exactly. Like, it's great because if he's really one of your favorite like people in Star Wars, you will get the time with him that you will want, because he loves to chit chat it up. He even like made a comment to me when it was finally my turn to sign. He's like, they don't set up my time for signing around the fact that I like to talk. Like, they need to really like schedule that piece in for me. So I think I ended up waiting a total of like, what, 2 hours
Yeah,
for Daniel Logan.
it
Yeah.
was a good minute.
Oh
It was a
man,
Yes,
good
he is
minute.
a great conversationalist.
Yeah, David said that Daniel Logan is definitely a great conversationalist, and I think Mary got to
Yeah.
see that firsthand for sure. But he was late, I think, flying in because he was
Yeah.
definitely from out of town. The rumor was he was even out of the country until this morning. He's coming in from somewhere else, and then he had a panel not long after he got to
Yeah.
his booth and did some signing. So did we disband after they said he was going to his?
Yeah. So what happened is we got in line before. He ended up being late, got like 2 or 3 signatures in. Then he had a 30-minute panel,
Yeah,
came back, did a couple more autographs, and then he had to do a private signing that was already scheduled. And then he came back from his private signing. So I think after that first time together before the panel is when it was Craig, James, Zach, and I waiting in line for him. And then afterwards, it kind of just turned into like me and James waiting in line for him
sure.
to go back and forth. And then after that was my infamous time with Hayden. So I went straight from Daniel. I ran to Hayden's line because I was already late for that one and stuff. Yeah, literally. And it's not far. It's like 2 feet away. But I ran and stuff and I got in that line. And that line it was so fast. Like, the people in charge of Hayden's like photo ops and autographs, they were on top of it. Like, I even complimented one of them and she was like, yeah, we're all seniors here. But this is like not our first rodeo at all and stuff. But I was the last person in my group for signing with him, and he had his puppy with him and stuff. And so the running gag has been like, what is Mary going to do when she sees Hayden and stuff? I was composed and a normal human for as long as I could be and stuff. James can tell this story significantly better because he got to witness it firsthand. It was finally my turn. I put my hand out and I go, I'm Mary. And he took my hand and he shook my hand and he's like, I'm Hayden. And then I was like, is that your dog? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, oh man, I always have loved you, but now it's just like a little bit more, you know? And he's all like, oh, thanks and stuff. And then I walked out and I literally hit the ground being like, oh my God, it's finally happened and stuff. And apparently I didn't notice this, but James said there was like 4 or 5 people in line as I was walking out, just laughing at me so hard because I was so excited.
I think someone should set up a camera right outside of the exit of Hayden's line because everyone's gonna be like, Like it is just like surreal to meet that man. I mean, he is like
Mm,
I think like I mean, he's one of, if not my favorite character in all of Star Wars. And when you meet the guy, he's so personable. It's like
Yeah.
totally.
he shook your hand. He's not going to have like a table that's like 1,000 feet away from you, as some celebrities have. And he doesn't.
Yeah.
What did you say? Pencil whip date,
Yeah.
Zach? Is that what?
Yeah.
Okay, I've never
It was
heard that phrase in my life, but um, he will interact with you and talk with you and treat you like a human being. And it's if you have the opportunity to get Hayden's autograph,
it's worth
you
it.
got it. Do it.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
After this experience with him, like I kind of had told myself, I was like, I just need him, I just need his autograph once, right? I don't need to do this over and over again. Now, after my experience with him, it was such a great one. I am so excited for him to be at Celebration, and I'm definitely going to get another photo op with him
Yeah,
and stuff. Like it's so worth it. Even
for
the
sure.
photo op, like I have a particular side I need to stand on to feel comfortable. And I was just like, hey, is it okay if I stand on this side? And he's like, absolutely. And then he put his arm around me. I put my hand on his like chest and stuff like that. And he leaned in on me. He made me feel very like safe and loved in like not a weird way. You know what I mean? Like, cause I mean, it's true. You just don't really know what it's gonna be like and stuff.
Yeah. Dang, I
But
paid
he
for
was
the wrong
just
photo op.
Did he not put
you
his
know?
hand on your chest? You didn't.
No, he was. I wanted to be careful how I phrase this. He was holding a prop that I brought that is a lightsaber. So he was holding my toy lightsaber.
Rephrase it,
I mean,
rephrase
your
it.
your your photo is awesome though, and like in a different way. But I mean, it's
Yeah, that
Yeah.
back
was
to
a
what I
cool
mean.
one.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was. He is just awesome. I just love the guy. You just feel something when you're around the
for
guy. You know,
sure.
it's freaking Anakin Skywalker.
The
Yeah.
chosen one.
He is the chosen one. He wrote the chosen one on my lightsaber, which was
Oh,
cool.
nice.
I didn't
That's
think he was going to
amazing.
do it. Usually, a celebrity that big will charge you for something like that, and he wrote Anakin Skywalker, the chosen one, and it's one of my favorite things that I own.
That's
I
awesome.
Yeah.
love
Did
it.
you get
Yeah.
Galaxy's Edge saber signed by him?
I got a Galaxy's Edge saber signed by him, and then I don't know why I did this, but I have some autographs. I've kind of reduced a little bit my autograph collection, but the ones that I have are a lot of them are Hayden. I have this like skateboard. I do not skateboard. But I had, I have several skateboards signed by celebrities because I get like custom art put on them because I think that they would display very well.
Cool.
That is
And so
cool.
I have the Mustafar scene on a like skateboard. It's super
Oh, that's
cool.
awesome.
And yeah, it's with Ewan and Hayden, and it's like one of my favorite things ever.
That's
Because a
so
lot of people,
cool.
a lot of people have that like that picture, right? And they have
Mhm.
the whole dialogue going on, but I don't think a lot of people have a skateboard with it done. So yeah.
That's cool. You have to send us a picture of that one later.
I don't know if I think I've sent it to Zach. I'll show it to you guys. Yeah, but it's if
Sweet.
Hayden. Yeah, Hayden is just awesome. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And I'm sure we could do a whole podcast just talking about how much we all love Hayden because it's Hayden, right? But I'm
But we
thinking
can't.
of I'm thinking of who else we were meeting on Friday. I
That's all
got
I have for Friday.
Friday. It was kind of right before everything happened. Well, actually, it was while you were waiting in line for Daniel Logan.
Mm,
I went with Ted and was backstage before the Matt Wood panel.
that's
So I
right.
got to hang out with Matt Wood for a little bit, and he walked back there, and I met him at the last SpaceCon, but I just got an autograph with him. I think that was a little bit before Skeleton Crew came out because he was talking about like, yeah, we just finished sound on the Skeleton Crew trailer. It should drop soon. I'm like, oh, cool. Excuse me, but this time when he came back, I'm like, dude, I'm just a fan of like everything you touch. Like you just, I don't know, all the animation stuff that you work on. Like, well, and he works on things that aren't animation, but I told him I'm just a huge fan of all the random characters he plays and like whether it's him getting dressed up as Bib Fortuna just because he's the right guy at the right time or being General Grievous or and all of the droids, like the B1 battle droids. I don't know if he was the B2 battle droids, but
I think
maybe
so.
he must have been. But he was a super awesome
Google it.
guy. He had a lot of cool things to we just were kind of having casual conversation because in those moments it's like, okay, like I'm allowed to be here. I'm allowed to talk to him. There's no one waiting to talk to him. Obviously, he's got his panel in a couple of minutes, but like it was hard for me to not just like freak out. Hey, it's Matt Wood. You know what I mean? And like he's a normal dude. He plays Pokemon Go. I play Pokemon Go. We're We're just a couple
How,
of homies, you
how
know.
did you know? Did you guys talk about that?
No, someone else told me behind the scenes,
Okay.
but I'm like, that's just another reason I love Matt Wood, and he's a higher level than me, so I guess I got some work to do. But yeah, he had a great panel with Ted. Ted did a fantastic job, and they did something really cool where they were talking about Skywalker Ranch, and because that's where like all the sound stuff happens, right? Is at Skywalker Ranch, or am I thinking of something different?
Some of it does, yeah, and it is
Okay,
Skywalker Ranch. Someone even posted an article post panel and
sure,
stuff like that.
sure.
So, yeah,
Well, Matt Wood mentioned, so I mean, George doesn't own Star Wars anymore, but he still owns the buildings that Skywalker Ranch is
he owns the
inhabiting.
property.
He owns the property. And Matt Wood was like, yeah, George is like our landlord. And I'm like, that is a really weird thing to think about, but I
Oh, that's
also love
funny.
it at the same time. So
It's just a
um,
smart business move.
it is.
Own
Yeah.
own the land, sell what's on it.
100%. He was, yeah. So he got to talk about some other things. I think he mentioned that Roger, like when we all think of battle droids, I'm sure it doesn't take long for us to come to the Roger line, right? And
Hmm.
he he mentioned that was like a behind the scenes joke, like between him and someone else recording for Revenge of the Sith, and then it like became a huge thing for all the droids, like for the rest of time. Like we all know that famous Roger, like
Yeah.
it's just everywhere, and it's hilarious, but
You either love that or hated that line.
that's
I
true.
loved it.
And I haven't met people who
Yeah.
really hated it, so I guess
Yeah, I don't think I have either.
I love it.
but yeah, no, it was cool to get to hang with Matt Wood, and we got a photo. I should have uploaded it. We'll have to post it on Instagram or something. And Ted did he had a really cool idea of, they were talking about how the Wilhelm scream, I think, is retired now. And Ted had 3 prizes that were all General Grievous action figures to get signed by Matt Wood for the top 3 people for Wilhelm scream. Like it was a competition who could do the best Wilhelm scream. And I think it was a 3-way tie for first. There were 3 brave souls that came up and gave it their all, and
Oh
they all got
gosh.
to come backstage after the panel with Matt and get those signed, and it was pretty cool. He was writing something unique and personal for each of them on those action figures that Ted had ahead of time, and just another, I don't know, arrow in Ted's quiver to showcase that he's really a great panel host. He had cool stuff to give away and to get the crowd really interactive with what he was saying, and it was cool. So
Fun time.
yeah, so that was my interaction with Matt Wood. Then I think after that that was all before the Giancarlo and Hayden stuff. But
Hmm.
after that, I think we kind of just hung out at the booth until,
Is that when we made our bracelets?
I think we did that.
Was it Friday?
I think that was Saturday.
Maybe it
I feel
was
like
Saturday.
Saturday was a slow day for us because I didn't have any signings on Saturday.
Yeah.
I think Saturday's the day we met Charlie.
Yes. Saturday is the day we met Charlie.
Saturday was a great day.
It was a great
Yeah.
day. It was a very great day. Oh my gosh.
I think Saturday. I think that's how we started our day, was making our friendship bracelets.
Well,
So if
attempting
you
to.
can't see it.
And
Yeah. Attempting, but
where's-
eventually becoming successful.
The thing about making bracelets is don't do it. You just
it's hard for
Well,
no
no,
reason.
don't do it. Don't do it.
You know
I
what it
think
is because we didn't know how to hold things. I just couldn't
This is-
hold it.
This
Yeah, it
was
was a-
Zach's and I's first time. I was looking for your guidance and just.
I was wearing nails. The problem was is that if I didn't have my nails, dude, I made so many bracelets before the con and stuff. You didn't see them. They were all on the table.
Did you
and
give them
stuff.
away?
Yeah. I put them out on the table with all the stickers and buttons
Nice.
and stuff. And I made sure like David got one, James got one, and then I knew we were all making our own
Yeah.
and stuff. And I had made one for Craig's little girl and stuff because she named the frog lady in Mando and Grogu Lily. So I made her one that specifically said Lily. So I gave
Smart.
that to him. So I knew everyone was going to have one. And I knew the 3 of us, we had been talking in the group chat, like, so
Yeah.
we're making friendship bracelets, right? And stuff.
What a
So
treat.
I made a ton. So I'm really good at it. I am, I
Okay.
promise. I know you didn't get to see
You are
that,
good at it.
but
I don't know
am.
about the rest of us, but yeah. Who all came by? We handed out a lot of stickers. We got a
Yep.
lot of
Yeah.
spin the wheel.
Yes.
We did trivia.
We did trivia.
There was a group that made bracelets.
Yes.
Oh,
I think if you're going to Rebel Scum Con, David is going to have that set up again. So if you want to make a friendship bracelet at Rebel Scum Con,
David
more
would
than
love to
welcome
make one
to.
with you.
I
Yeah.
was gonna say. Oh no.
I
I
think,
have a feeling.
didn't you
I
make
have a
one
feeling
for
this is gonna
Chris?
get. I made one for Chris because
That's right.
Chris got mad at me for. Well, he didn't get mad. He's like, "Where's my bag?" And I was like, It's the second time I've met
Yeah,
you.
hang,
Sorry.
hang tight.
Here is your bracelet.
Depending on your performance at the SpaceCon, you may get a bag next time I meet you. But today, I gave him an I Love David Lozano custom bracelet, friendship bracelet.
Very nice.
Aww.
Yeah,
Very
so it was
nice.
nice to meet Chris too. Finally in person. Well, I met him last year, but I got to hang
Go,
out with him.
Chris.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Chris. I did not forget you. It just I don't know, but I got to
Oh
spend
yeah,
more time with Chris this time. He's a great guy. He's a great guy.
100%.
Yeah.
Well, and kind of in the mix of what was going on Saturday. I know Saturday was Craig's big day. He had
Yes.
a picture with
So
John
many
Cena,
people.
right?
John Cena, I
Jimmy
think Tom
Smits.
Hiddleston. Oh, Jimmy Smits. He did the trio.
Yep, Jimmy Smits, Ian McDermott,
Oh,
and Hayden
wow.
Christensen. Um,
I saw no less than like 100 people with like a WWE belt.
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, it was crazy. I didn't think, I don't know. I guess I didn't know what to expect with John Cena being at SpaceCon, but he was a huge draw for that con.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
awesome.
yeah.
His
No, it was
panel
really
was
cool.
amazing too.
Yeah, shout out Ted. Yeah, that was really incredible. And I can't remember what photo op Craig was coming back from, but he bought these Lord of the Rings shirts. It was like, hey guys, come check out where these cool shirts were. Or I think Mary wanted to go look because you might have wanted to buy one or something. I can't remember how that
Yeah.
conversation got started. And James tagged along. So it was the four of us moving along. And I think it was Mary or Craig was like, hey, is that Charlie Barnett?
So we were at the table. We were walking up to the t-shirt table, and then we're walking past Charlie, and I just went, "Hey, Charlie." And then you guys looked, and then I stopped to look at the shirts. And then all of a sudden, everybody was gone. And I was
Yeah.
like, got it. They all followed Charlie. So then I walked into the auto area and found you guys.
That is
Let's
true.
just say you're new here. Who's Charlie Barnett, Mary? Who might that be? What is
So
he?
Charlie Barnett plays Yord in The
Got it.
Acolyte.
Ah, yes.
He's currently in another show where he plays like some type of FBI agent and stuff and like solves crimes. But if you want to know him in the SpaceCon Star Wars world, he plays Yord, who is the Jedi who basically kind of rough and tough kind of thing, very by the books, who gets his neck broken by the stranger, by
Chimera.
Manny Jacinto's character.
Yeah. He also has a yellow lightsaber, which
Yes.
he's one of the few in live action to wield a yellow lightsaber. And he was super kind, super approachable. We were in the middle of the con
I wonder
floor,
if we have the picture.
and everyone was walking around, and we were just chatting with him, and it felt like it was completely normal. We were just saying, hey, we're super, super thankful you're chatting with us, and we really loved your performance as Yord. I guess we could talk more about Iman and Charlie's panel down the line here, but we did find out
They're
that
definitely two buddies.
we definitely found out that Charlie, he wasn't supposed to wear an earring for his character, but he kept an earring in and just showed up. And Leslie Headland was like, hey, that's great, that's staying. So then that's the second time a Star Wars character has been, I guess, the second time a Star Wars character is indoctrinated an earring just because of that. But so if you're watching on YouTube, there's a picture of me, Mary, Craig with Charlie Barnett right on the con floor there. So that was a
I'm
super cool.
jealous. I'm jealous that I was not there for that. You guys came back like, oh, I was like, what?
Yeah.
What
Well,
happened?
I think this is also his very first con
Yes.
and stuff. He's done interviews, he's done things like that. This is his first time doing a panel, his first time doing signings and stuff like that. So he's also just like a huge fan. Like when we caught him was during his fan time to like walk around and go shopping and things like that. And I think when we ran into him, there was another person who's a big fan and was
Yes,
like, oh my gosh, my wife loves you. You're great, blah, 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 all these things and stuff. And he was just like, she's never going to believe this. Can I have a picture with you? And Charlie, so, so gracious. Absolutely. No problem. Zach stepped in and was like, here, I can take the picture for you and everything like that. And just like a total, total sweetheart. Charlie
yeah,
is probably one of the nicest ones that I've ever met.
for sure.
He
Super
he's
Yeah.
nice
like
guy.
the perfect amount of like famous for like a con here. He's like, he's not going to be like Hayden walking around, so
Hmm.
he can do that without getting absolutely mobbed. But God, that guy was just so nice. I was just like, I love this character. I love this guy, and you want him to now like, whatever you thought about the acolyte. I'm just like, I just want to see. I hope this guy gets into Star Wars more. He's just like for the
Yeah,
fans. You know what I mean? When you have
yeah.
Yeah.
that guy that kind of like a Mon, like somebody that just sort of like gets it. You know what I mean? And is
Mm,
like so great at a con. That's the kind of guy you want to be in Star Wars again. And I pray that he gets to do something else.
totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His ending in the acolyte is problematic for that, but
You never know.
You
There might
never
be
know.
back flashbacks.
okay,
Um,
hey, I'm into it.
yeah, Carrie Ann Moss died right away, and she was in the rest of the season. So,
That is true.
you know,
Okay, all right,
No
bring
one
Yord
really
back.
dies. No one really dies in
Hashtag
Star Wars.
hashtag bring Yord back. Let's go. I'm in. I'm in. All right,
um,
wait. Yeah, backstage with Iman and
yeah,
Charlie. That was
that
Saturday,
was
Yes.
Sunday. That was
Sunday.
That was
Sunday.
our group backstage event.
Yep, that was on Sunday. But for trying to think the rest of Saturday, I don't think.
Saturday was the
Oh,
panel with the trio.
Yes, but before that,
Ooh, before that.
um, I guess I'm like, David, let's go for a walk. Like, you've been manning the
Oh yeah.
booth. Like, let's get out here. Let's go take a gander. And James came with us, and I think Craig was following
Yeah, me and
right
Adam
behind us.
stayed
And
behind at the booth.
yeah, you guys were like, hey, make friendship bracelets with us, and we left. And I had my Ezra Funko Pop that I was gonna get signed by Iman. I'm like, oh, I have an autograph for Sunday. Someone told us his line was dead, and I'm like, oh, maybe I'll just do it now.
I
And
did, yeah.
yeah, and get it out of the way. So I go up to like the help desk, and they swap it over to Saturday, no problem. So I get in line. There was no line, but we just walked right up to him, and because we heard that his line Saturday morning was insane. So I'm like, okay, if I could avoid that for Sunday, that'd be sweet. So um it was me, James, Craig, and David. We walk up, and well, I guess mind you, the night before, David and Ted had
Ted.
gone to the bar at Ted's hotel, where a bunch of guests were staying at, and they got to talk with Charlie Barnett and Iman Esfandi and Tom Welling for a good bit in the evening after we all went to bed. So we all not only had FOMO, but we're like, man, let's go talk to this guy. But we're waiting. There was a nice lady in front of us who was enjoying her time with Iman. It was great. Glad that she was able to get a little bit more time with him. Like we weren't like looking over his shoulder waiting to move, right? But we also wanted her to know that no one was behind us, so we weren't in a hurry. And after she got a picture and an autograph with him and walked away, and we kind of all scooted together collectively. And he starts signing my Funko, and he's like, "Hey, I remember you." And he was looking at David, and so that was a good segue. Like, we're ready to go, and he's like down to talk to us, and he starts writing on my Funko. He's like, "Hey, do you have a quote you want me to write?" And I'm like, "Ooh, you got a couple?" And he mentioned, I think the one he wrote on mine was, "I knew I could count on you," which is what he tells Sabine, and something like "The Force is my ally." I think that's on Mary's.
Yeah.
And he brought a couple more, and I don't get quotes on things a lot, but I'm like, you know what? When in Rome, let's run it. Let's do it, coach. So he wrote, "I knew I could count on you" on mine, and it turned out really good. But then we
What
kind of
color did
started.
you do yours in?
What's
Did
up?
he do yours in blue as well?
Yeah, I'm really weird and want to match like the color of the lightsaber to the ink of the pen that's being signed.
that's not weird.
And
That's major ball
so
mower.
I actually have a Funko signed by Taylor Gray, who voices Ezra, and then I have Iman's, who's live action Ezra. So I've met both people who've played Ezra, which is baller.
So
But
you've met Jabba the Hutt.
I've met Jabba the Hutt twice.
You met
Wow.
Jabba the Hutt twice.
Yeah.
Cool.
But so we started talking to Iman, and he can't tell you everything, right? So, well, I'm trying to remember how the conversation kind of started, but I started off saying something along the lines of like, dude, it's really tough to pull off a translation from like going from animation to live action, but with you, it was a no doubter. Like you pulled up, like he's leaning up against the pod, with the crab people he was with on Peridia, and like you just knew that was Ezra. Like that just it just screamed Ezra at you, and he did a really good job with his performance. And I think this is public knowledge, but he told us that the first scene he filmed was when he was walking down the ramp in the night trooper outfit, saying, "Hey, Hera, I'm home." And he mentioned that he's like, I feel so bad for everyone who has to wear stormtrooper outfits as extras because I couldn't breathe or see in that stupid thing. So I kind of found that funny that he was talking about it like that. And I'm like, dude, did you get it on the first take? And he's like, no, there was something wrong with the smoke, and we got it on the second. But I'm like, oh, I'm sure you nailed it, but they had to fix that up. And then he kind of went into some of the choreography that he had to learn for his hand-to-hand combat scenes before he built his lightsaber with Hu Yang, where they were fighting off some of the bandits. And he talked about practicing and learning all these things, and to the point where he was teaching friends of his the opposing choreography that would like go along with his so that he could practice with his friends. And when the time came for them to shoot, he said it was a Friday. It was there's a lot of stress on the day to get it done, because if they were late that Friday, they were going to push the production back an entire week. And obviously, you don't want to lose time in that industry. Like it's a super stressful thing to get everything tied up. And he was telling us that he was dialed and ready to go in the first take. He said that they beat it into your head not to stop until you hear cut or something, because maybe there's something in a take that could be used even if overall it wasn't great. So he's going through his choreography in front of us while we're standing there talking to him. And he's like, yeah, I would throw my arm up to block this board, and then the board would break on my wrist, and he'd be like, crap. And then he moves on to the next thing where he has to push like a soldier or like one of the bandits wearing a helmet. And then the extra he kind of flew back and the helmet whipped off his head, and they couldn't use that. So then they cut back to him pulling someone else, and the glove came off, and he's like, crap. So he's like doing all this stuff in front of us, and it's like I had to do all my rolls and yada yada yada. And by the time the take was done, he was covered in like hay or straw or whatever. And his tunic is very like, it's wool, like an old wool. And they said that he had to T-pose and take everything off of him, and it took like 25 minutes. So they did the shot and peeled everything off of him, and that took like an hour. And they're like, oh crap, let's do this again. So they do the exact same thing. The take was much better, but at the end of it, he was still covered in all this junk, and they didn't want to have to spend 25 minutes after every take just picking everything off him, because you can't get like a lint roller, right? You gotta. And he was like touching our shoulders, like picking stuff off our clothes. Like he was keeping us like interactive with like the story that he was telling us. And
he touched your shoulder. He got
why? He was a super, super good storyteller. And he said the stunt coordinator came in and was like, okay, Iman, I'm going to flip a switch and it's going to get super intense in here. Do you want your double to take over? Because I'm sure he'd do it in a heartbeat, blah, blah, blah. And Iman's like, no, dude, I trained for this. Like I can do it. Let's go. And sure enough, he said that the choreographer or the stunt coordinator like flipped a switch, and they kind of re-choreographed the fight as they were filming to make things work and make things less hectic for Iman rolling around. And long story short, they ended up getting the take that they needed at the end of the day, and they were able to save or keep on with their schedule and not lose that week. And Iman mentioned to us he was back in his trailer later that evening, and the stunt coordinator came up to him and was like, hey, if there's anything you need on set, let me know and I'll make it happen. He's like, I want to do my wires. And that's a huge liability thing. And when he said, I want to do my wires, my brain jumped immediately to him getting the force push from Sabine, jumping onto the, I can't remember what Thrawn Star Destroyer is called. I know it has a name. But he was getting the force push from onto Thrawn's Star Destroyer to then sneak back home as a night trooper. And he mentioned that the stunt coordinator's like, hey, meet me at the stage tomorrow morning. Don't tell anybody. And they kind of prep him and get him practicing for this wire work. And I think he got a little bit more experience with that, which was really cool because it's a huge liability. You don't want your big actors to get hurt doing a stunt because that can halt a
That
lot
will
of
really affect
things.
the whole thing. If he
So,
got hurt, oof.
but it was really cool to chat with him about that more. And he also mentioned to us, I thought this was really cool. He's like, guys, I know the wait's been super long for Ahsoka season 2, but the second you start watching it, you're going to forget that the wait was too long. No one's going to remember how long of a wait it was.
I remember 4 years.
Well, yes. He didn't say what year. It could still be this year, but it's probably going to be next year.
No,
But anyway,
it's next
he
year. They
he
already
didn't tell
announced
us.
that.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, okay. Well,
Breaking
he told
news,
us.
Zach.
And
Do you not listen to the podcast?
well, okay. So
He said, "I am the podcast."
Yes.
oof, I am all the Jedi.
I have this.
But anyway, he told us Amon really jumped up a level of respect for me with this next comment. He told us that, well, I guess he asked us, he's like, in Clone Wars, how like seasons 1 through 3 are a little bit more campy, and then 4, 5, 6, and 7, it has a huge dynamic shift, and it's a lot darker and more gritty. And he's like, same with Rebels. You have seasons 1 and 2, and then seasons 3 and 4 have a huge tone shift. And he's like, that is the difference between Ahsoka seasons 1 and season 2. And that made me super happy because I'm like, man, this guy's seen it all. He knows what's up. He knows what he's doing. He's a fan. He's done his homework, and he's working under Dave, right? And they said they were doing table reads, and we're asking Dave, like, dude, are we really doing this? And Dave's like, yeah, we're freaking doing this. Let's go. And I'm trying to remember how he worded it, but it sounded like it's a bold step or a big swing, or there's going to be a big pivot, something along those lines. Like there's something big. Like this season is going to be huge. And he mentioned that Dave Filoni does not or did not have the limits with season 2 that he did with season 1. So
He has unlimited power.
Something like that. But
yeah.
He's one of the big bosses now. He doesn't have
That's
to.
true.
That
got me. I don't know if I'm forgetting any details of that conversation, but it was truly like a 15-20 minute conversation, and it almost felt like it was illegal, like we shouldn't have been there. But it was great. He was interacting with us and super encouraging and had a lot of great things to say. And David presented him with our podcast pin, and so he's got
Rada.
And when he handed it to him, Rada's on there, and he's like, here's a pin that has your son on it. And so that was super fun.
It was on his backpack at the back. Speaking of backstage at the it was on his bag. So Zach just has a disarming quality to him.
Agreed.
I don't know. I feel like when he interacts with Zach was my MVP of the weekend.
Sorry, Mary.
Just like I'm Mary, I love you. Okay. He just has
Zach
this,
totally earns it.
He gets these celebrities to just like talk to him about stuff that I don't think normally other people would. I don't know what it is. I mean,
he's either extremely disarming or extremely intimidating. Where they're like, sir, we'll just tell you anything you want to know, please.
Yeah. Please just don't hurt me. Don't hurt me.
No. Zach was definitely the MVP the weekend. He got us connected with like so many people and stuff like that. Like I think my rankings for this weekend of MVPs goes Ted, Zac, Adam.
Oh, shucks.
Yeah. I think those are my MVPs.
I mean,
y'all are too kind.
I forgot about Ted. Sorry, Zach.
That's okay. Ted's got pull, man.
Also, Ted, Zac, Adam. No, I'm kidding.
No, Mary, honestly, it's so hard because like Craig really hooked us up to like he was such a team player.
I love meeting Craig for the first. I love that guy.
David is just our rock of like the podcast.
Yeah. David let us go. Like I really, my heart always goes out to David because he's like, guys, you flew in here. I just drove from home. Like I'll sit at the booth, go have fun. Like in that, I really respected David for that. Not that I never respected David, right? But like it's that David did that for us last time we came in, but I really appreciated that. But also I'm glad David was with us when we went to go talk to Iman, because I'm glad that was an experience that David got to have after he was watching the booth, and we got to go chat with Iman. So at the booth, we did receive some contact information from Iman, so we're hoping to reach out to him, and we'll see if we can tee up having him on the show as a special guest. So that's in the works.
Crossed.
We'll see what happens.
He's also a very busy dude.
Very busy guy.
Like no promises. We understand if he can't do it and stuff like that. He is a busy guy.
For sure.
But Zach definitely came through with like getting the contact info.
Well, I think I got to give props to David. I think David got Iman's. I got Charlie's, and I think Mary, you might have too. But Charlie was super super awesome. He's listened to us before, and we're hoping to have Charlie on as well. So that was super super encouraging talking to both of those guys, and they're great, both great dudes.
So
SpaceCon
I
was
heard
go ahead,
this
good.
story. Sorry, I heard this story
Good.
about Iman. I originally had a Gillian Anderson photo op, but after hearing their interaction with Iman and stuff like that, I was like, dude, my respect level for this guy just skyrocketed. And then I ended up going to the help desk and swapping my Jillian photo op for my Iman autograph and stuff. And then Zach hooked me up with this Funko Pop to get signed
That one
and
came from
stuff.
Michigan.
Yeah,
Holla,
all the way
holla.
from Michigan for me. So
That's
yeah, and then so
funny.
I had my moment with him.
I had a autographs to actually his very first con. I was like his ninth auto ever at a con, and I like had such a great interaction with him. I ended up just like in the middle of it. I was like, "Can I just get another autograph?" And I just paid again right then because I was like, "I want to spend like another like 5 minutes with you."
That's awesome.
That's
Yeah,
sweet.
yeah,
I'd
yeah.
say it's worth it. I'd do it
Yeah.
again
I
in a
mean, it sounds
heartbeat.
like you got like a couple hours with him, but I got like 10 minutes.
Oh
But
yeah,
that's what it was like this whole weekend. Everybody like I feel like everybody came back to the table like you're not gonna believe what just happened. You know what I mean? Like it was like every
Yeah.
5 minutes I was like,
it's
what?
true. One,
You know what it is? We're all so sociable. We're all just lovable people that it's so hard for us not to have these moments with people, you know?
Yeah,
you know,
yeah. You just run into people and you have these great. That's honestly what I love about going to these cons. I'm actually like I'm not a big autograph person anymore. I love that, but I kind of just like to like hang out with like the media team, and then I met a lot of like the podcast or
the
fans
countdown
of the
guys.
show. Well, the can't that countdown guys, yes, but a lot of the people that listen to the show too. That was cool.
Yeah.
Indiana Solo was there. Great guy.
So nice. Him and his
Such
wife
a
are
great
so,
dude.
so
Oh
nice.
yeah, they were
And
great.
they
They took
got
care
great
of us.
outfits
Nicest.
every single day.
That they did.
Yeah.
He's a Han Solo type. He and Princess Leia. She looks amazing. She was awesome. They were both so great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
So do we take this and keep going on the Amon and Charlie train and talk about our backstage experience with
Let's
them?
talk about Sunday when in a few here because we had the panel with Hayden,
Oh yeah.
Ian, and Jimmy. So that was Jimmy's first panel, right?
First time ever at a con, I think. This is his
Yeah.
very first con.
Yeah. Right?
That guy is huge, by the way.
He is a tall gentleman.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a
He was
great
looking
panel too.
snazzy too.
He
He
was.
was looking snazzy. He was in like a little suit, a plaid suit.
Yeah.
Great panel. Awesome panel.
So they had a pretty good panel, and unfortunately halfway through Hayden left because he was a guest of the Spurs that were playing next door, which that was a big deal in and of itself. So the last half of the panel we were listening to Ian and Jimmy, which was great. And afterwards, me and Adam got lucky because Ted, we followed Ted back and he gave us a spot to sit, and we're like, we're not expecting anything. If something works out, awesome. If not, no harm, no foul, because Ted already has been gracious enough to us. So after the panel ends, and I'm like, I'm sure security back there is so tight because we're right in front of the curtain where it all happens. But we're not dumb. We're not going to be that guy. And shout out to Jimmy, by the way, who's the security guy standing
I
right
was
there.
gonna say Jimmy, who allowed us to meet the other Jimmy.
So Jimmy was hanging out and filtering out the crazy people, but
of which there was.
of which there was, and as there is at every con. But we were hanging out, and Ted pokes his head out from behind the curtain right after it finished, and he's like, "Guys, stand right here. Don't move until I tell you to." Right. So then we go right to where he was, and we see him kind of walk back, and they were taking a picture with the panel host, and then we got to get in. We'll have to post this picture on Instagram or something. It was me, Adam, Jose of General Kenobi's bunker, and Ian and Jimmy. We got to take a photo together, which was super, super cool. They were very, very kind, and it was super quick. It was the end of the night. I'm sure they were both tired, and there were cars waiting for them. And but it was a very cool memory that I'll remember forever. It was a very good time. Very thankful for that.
Aw.
I loved that panel. I know you guys are going to talk about it later, but Jimmy had a lot of great new things to say that I had not heard before. One, he misses George Lucas a lot. He made that very clear.
That was his biggest difference between new Star Wars and old Star Wars. First thing he said was, well, George wasn't there, But yeah,
But also Ian was talking a lot about this like show that George proposed to him about, like
mm,
almost like a like an assassination attempt. Obviously, it failed.
yeah,
But I guess the show never came to be. But it was an interesting premise, almost like the movie Valkyrie, if you've ever seen that movie,
mm.
like a Hitler
Didn't they end up
assassination kind
using
of
that for
movie.
a book?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. That is a good question.
I don't know. He said it was a
Sounds
show that never
familiar.
came to be.
Yeah, I think that was pre-Disney stuff. Kind of
Mm.
like the 1313.
And we need to make Jimmy a Jedi or something. That guy wants a lightsaber.
He
For the love
does.
of God, get
He
that guy a
does.
lightsaber. He was like, I need to have one of those at some point.
I
He's
think
got to be a Jedi.
he's one of the first people that comes to mind of those who do not have a lightsaber in the series and movies that could probably use one. I could see him using a lightsaber in a cool way, like Han Solo cutting up a tauntaun to save Luke, something like that. You know, I think there was a scene where like a bunch of senators and Anakin were trapped in the Clone Wars, and Padme picks up the lightsaber, is like, "Oh, it's heavier than I thought it'd be," and I couldn't remember if Bail Organa used it. I don't think he did, but he was there. I kind of got to watch that scene back. Obviously, I don't think that. Excuse me, I don't think that was Jimmy Smits, but
Mm.
I don't know. I'll try to make a stretch in my head thinking about the canon where he could have used a lightsaber. But anyway, yeah, that was a great panel, great evening, and then Saturday
Sunday.
after Saturday after the
Oh,
show,
that's right.
Mary was pooped. She wanted to go get some sleep, and David was pooped. He wanted to go get some sleep. Craig was at the Knicks game like a bum, and James went to go spend some time with his dad. So me and Adam were like, "Hey, Ted, here you know the spot." So we rode with Ted back to the area where him and David hung out last night. Got to meet some people and chat with some people. So we got there and watched the rest of the Spurs Knicks game, and just kind of were hanging out for a little bit, and then we were chatting with Kentucky and Josh and Bobby of Rebel ScumCon. Super great dudes. We hope people listening get a chance to make it out to their show. It sounds like they got a lot of cool things on the horizon, and we're very pumped for them and what they're doing. I hope to make it over someday for one of their cons, because it sounds like a very special thing. And we were talking, and Iman comes back up as we're gathered around the table, and he just, I don't know, how would you explain that interaction, Adam? I don't know, kind of was a blink and you miss it for me, but
It was quick, but it was like one of those moments. He came up, he was all, he's a very fashionable guy. He comes with his like little satchel thing. He's got these cool loafers on. Great pants this guy has at every moment I've seen this man. He comes up, I'm towards like the Rebel ScumCon guys, and so he kind of just stands right next to Zach. And I'm looking at Zach, and again, Zach is having the con of the year here, and he's just chopping it up with Amon, all laughs. And I kind of wanted to get my phone and like be like proud father moment here. Like Zach is just like, and I couldn't make it without it being obvious. But again, Zach is just hitting off with yet another celebrity, and of course, I think by this time he probably remembers you. And
yeah, I hope so.
I don't know what you were talking about, but you all looked like you were having the time of your freaking lives. And I was like, oh man, I wish I was over there.
Yeah, that was quite fun. We probably got to talk with him for a good 5-10 minutes, and because he went and had like a big dinner, and he was pretty pooped, and he went onto the balcony and he said hey to Sean Gunn, and then I think he went back and ended up turning it in not long after that. But after we were waiting for Craig to get back to us, because it took him like 3 hours for him to find us after the con was over and the game was over, and like Sean Gunn was out on the balcony, and I was kind of scared to go talk to him.
Save these stories for the Patreon.
Oh no.
Okay. Save those pieces for the Patreon.
Okay. We'll save those pieces.
So if you guys want to hear about post-con adventures with more celebrities,
deal. We'll save those.
Join Patreon.
A solo Zach podcast.
No, David's got a ton to chime into that.
And Craig.
Yeah.
And you, Adam, you can join in on that one.
Okay. All right, cool. Yeah. Because I was gonna mention, but I won't anymore. Something that Sean Gunn said specifically to Zach that I was like, what is going on? I was like, is Zach like giving these people money, or what's happening here? Why does everyone like Zach so much? I mean, I like him too, but he's my friend.
I was like, you just said you loved him.
Oh,
I know, but I get jealous when I see all these people having such a good time with Zach, and I want to be there too. And
If you want to see, if you want to hear or watch how Zach got all this love from all these other people and big names, join Patreon. It's a
Deal.
good time.
Apparently.
But yeah, so that brings us to Sunday then. We all got there a little bit later because we were still tired.
I wasn't. I got a full
It's
night's
true.
sleep.
Mary got a full night's sleep. I didn't. Craig didn't. David did. I think James did.
I will say this about Saturday night. I knew Craig was going to the game. Zach was having the time of his life, him and Adam and stuff. We were all staying together in the same place. And I was half expecting to get like a call at 3, 4 in the morning, be like, you got to come get us. We have no idea where we are. So I had like my phone right next to my face on my pillow just in case.
Oh,
But,
that's so sweet. Now we know we can do that. Great.
yeah. If you guys
True.
really needed me, I would have showed up and stuff like that to come get you. And I was prepared for it. I would like wake up every few hours to make sure they were okay and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw the text message. You still want to go to Bucky's in the morning? I was like, this guy.
I'm like, hey, just knock on my door if you want to go to Bucky's. If not, leave me be.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Sunday we pull up, and Sunday went by like in a haze.
So fast.
Like that was, I can't.
Yeah,
what
that
happened
was too
first?
quick. Wait, what was the Tom
Sunday-
Hiddleston? What day was the Tom Hiddleston?
Friday night.
That was the
Oh,
panel
Friday,
for
okay.
Tom Hiddleston. Ted also nailed it with that panel. It was an
Oh, yeah.
incredible panel.
Okay, sorry, back to
No, it was good. Sorry, I'm just reminiscing of something that happened like last week at this time, like quite literally.
Yeah.
Was it some celebrity interaction
Friday.
that you had that was like amazing or something, Zach?
Did you get to hang out with your best friends?
Yeah,
Your
me and
best
Tom
internet friends?
Hiddleston. Me and Tom Hiddleston had just breakfast together before the
No.
con. It was awesome.
No, I didn't get to meet Tom, but I'm glad Ted got to have an awesome experience with him. It sounds like it was a very, very awesome experience, and hopefully he'll share a little bit more about that.
I think you can watch that panel. So if you guys, all these panels that we keep talking about Ted and giving him props on, and like as he so deserves, if you go to Countdown City Geekcast's website, so I think it's countdoncitygeekcast.com, you can watch these panels. So if you didn't get to go to SpaceCon, or you did go to SpaceCon and you didn't get to see those panels, I believe his Tom Hiddleston, I think all the ones he's done. I think he did the X-Files one. He did Richard Picard, and he did the Smallville one. All of those
Smallville
are on
had
the
a huge
website.
turnout.
Get Tom Hiddleston in Star Wars, please.
I mean, young Palpatine.
That would be
Can
cool.
you imagine that panel? I mean, that'd be
Insane.
wild.
That would be insane.
That would be so crazy. But yeah,
Ted's
so if
getting
you ever want to
gas.
watch any of these, go to Countdown
Yep.
City Geekcast
They're
website,
there.
and you can see why we're gushing over, Ted and everything he does.
True.
One of the best panels I've ever seen.
True.
It was
Yeah.
awesome. It was awesome.
So Sunday, I had Ian's signature.
Me too. We were
And
right
then
next to each
had-
other.
And that's when I met Iman, and I did my Funko autograph with him.
Mm-hmm.
And then was the panel for Iman and Charlie that we got to go backstage. I think that was all Sunday.
Yeah,
That was so much fun. Oh man.
that was very cool.
It was
Another
a fun
great-
panel.
I mean, I think one of the most fun panels I've ever seen. It was just like
Yeah.
constant, like almost like the three of us like chatting. It was just like constant like banter over and over again.
Yeah, Jose
Um,
killed it.
Jose did a
He
really
did
good
kill
job.
it. He did kill it. One of my favorite things from that panel was when the difference between these, first off, these characters couldn't be more different, right? You've got Ezra
True.
Bridger, who's like this guy that lives like by the seat of his pants, and then you have Yord, who's just like super structured. And so he asked a lot of questions about like who would do what in what situation. And then also their experiences on the two shows was just so different too. And I'll never forget Iman's face. It was just like, what are you talking about? When Charlie was like, yeah, for the Acolyte, we like would get together and we would like meditate about like the Force. And Iman was like,
You
"What
got to
are
learn?
talking-"
You got to
He
learn
was
about
like,
the Force?
What are you talking about? He was like, it's just like so funny how these directors do these things with their shows. They're with their same Star Wars show, but how different it can be
Yeah.
from one to the next. there was no forced meditation in Ahsoka. So
Well, I remember looking at you, Adam, right after he said that. I'm like, he's a Bakken Jedi, and then we both look up, and Iman's like, dude, I was a Bakken Jedi. I didn't
yeah,
learn
yeah,
any of that
yeah,
crap.
yeah,
And
yes, yes, it was funny. It was
I
good.
thought one
yeah,
thing that he said that really stood out to me was like, he told Dave, okay, cool. Like, do you want me to start watching? I need just like 2 weeks to get caught up. Oh, should I watch Rebels? And Dave was like, nope, you are Ezra Bridger.
mm,
Like, who you are as a person is exactly like Ezra. I'm going to send you 5 episodes so you can see what Ezra's relationship is with these other characters that you will interact with on this show. And that was all Emon had before filming season 1.
yeah. Actually, I
And
think it was after his first scene when he came down the ramp, and then he
yeah.
went home for like a month and a half, and I think he just binged all of Star Wars.
Hmm.
So he filmed that scene, then he filmed the rest of it. Like he had a month off after that. Is that what
Yeah, because they're
happened?
like, see ya in
On
like
site.
a month, and because he was only in the last couple
Oh,
3 episodes,
right.
4 episodes maybe, and which he also confirmed that he's in this season a ton more, which makes sense. But hearing him talk about the being around on the last day of shooting, and it's definitely a lot of exciting things to look forward to with Ahsoka season 2.
I know. I think I've asked you this already. Are you more? And I think I know the answer. Are you more excited for Starfighter or Ahsoka season 2?
Ahsoka season 2,
Ooh.
not even close.
Starfighter.
Oh, Mary,
Wow.
that's okay.
And I'll tell you this, and it has nothing to do with like the story or anything like that. I just like to go to the theater and I like to see
That's true.
Star Wars in the
That's true.
theater. So that alone just increases my excitement level, as well
Yeah,
as like there's no expectations for Starfighter for me. I'm just going to
sure,
go and have a great time watching this Star Wars movie and learn something new and meet new characters and stuff like that. Versus Ahsoka season 2, I'm like, well, they better do this and they better do that, or I'm gonna be upset and stuff. Or I'm gonna walk away from it and be like, it wasn't what I expected, or it is exactly what I
mm,
expected, and I'm okay with it.
fair.
Like there's too many I guess I have expectations of Ahsoka season 2,
That is
which
true. Yeah.
creates a little bit of a internal tension of why I'm not as excited for Starfighter, or as
Mm.
excited for Ahsoka as I am Starfighter.
What about you, Adam?
I'm torn down the middle. I think after I see a Starfighter trailer, maybe I'll be more excited for Starfighter. But for right now, it's Ahsoka for me. It's things,
Yeah.
but the expectations are high, obviously,
Hmm.
especially after what you just told me with Amon. And I wish you didn't almost because now I'm just like,
You
okay,
ruined
like
it.
I'm like expecting like Hayden in every single episode now, or like Ewan in like
Mm,
Clone Wars armor now, and I'm expecting
yeah,
Ezra coming at it with
Oh,
abilities. I'm expecting Mortis. I'm expecting Balin Skull to be. I have a lot of expectations with this show now.
hmm,
And after I was kind of so on season one here, now I'm like, okay, is this going to be the show that I thought it was? And so it sounds like it is. But also I do love going to the theater. But I think for me, Ahsoka season two.
yeah.
I'm the same
Very
boat.
nice.
we could do a whole episode of what we are hoping for or what we think will happen in Ahsoka season 2. Because I remember at Celebration, they're like, it's dual storylines. We're going to follow Ahsoka and Sabine through the Mortis God arc and stuff with Balin Skull and Shinhati. And then we're going to follow Hera and Ezra dealing with Thrawn
Yeah,
and stuff. Hayden did say before he left for his panel, you guys will see me in Ahsoka season 2. In what capacity? I don't know, because in Ahsoka season 1, he was there in the world between worlds. So do we go back there? Do we get more flashbacks?
and he was a
What is
ghost
that
at
gonna
the
look like?
like the last couple seconds of the last episode, so maybe he's
Hmm.
walking around. I don't know.
If
Does
Doing
he
if
it.
this
interact with Balin Skull?
That'd be cool.
uh, if I get
Does
like
Balin?
a Top Gun 2 type trailer for Starfighter though, I don't know if I'll be able to. I might flip.
That'd be cool.
And,
Sorry,
and you know,
I cut you
the
off.
nice
Go ahead.
thing. Oh, you're good. The nice thing about like Starfighter is like Sean Levy is so free flowing with information. We are gonna get all the tidbits. I don't feel like he's not the type to give away the story, but he knows how much to give away to get you excited.
For sure.
Are we getting information that this is kind of like almost like a Mando Grogu? It's its own thing and doesn't have
Yeah.
anything to do. Okay.
They've said that many times. They're creating really clear expectations for us of like this has nothing to do with anything. It's just a story on its own. Just go like enjoy it. I don't know if there will be any form of connectivity into a bigger storyline. I think this is the marketing and the info we needed from when they started Mando and Grogu to create clear expectations for us so that people are not walking out of there going like, well, what was the point of that movie? You know?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I had no idea what the plot of the Mando and Grogu was. I don't like that in trailers when you don't know what the purpose of the movie is. So I'm hoping for Starfighter, we like, okay, it seems like there's a child, of course, that Ryan Gosling needs to take care of, and I'm hoping they make that very clear in the trailer. For me,
sure.
that's how I like to,
Yeah.
going into what is this movie about. It was very hard to tell what Mando and Grogu was about before the movie came out, which I think will help it if Starfighter does that.
I agree.
Totally.
Tangent over.
Sorry. What
No,
was
it's
that?
okay.
Chart back to Deadpool, as you guys say.
Man, that's like
James would be so
4
proud of you right now.
generations before us. But yeah,
I've always wanted to say that. Thank you, James, for.
you're never coming back. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
It was fun. It was fun. It was a good time. Should I just start cursing now, or?
Family friendly. Family friendly.
Sorry.
No, we anything else that we wanted to touch on from the weekend? Because I mean, there's a lot, but it was good.
Our Ian experience. I got something signed by Ian. You got something signed by Ian, right?
Yeah, let me reach for it.
More and more Funkos.
Yeah, they're all.
I had my poster signed. Ian McDermott has a very interesting signature.
He does. So he wrote his name on the top there, and then I asked him if he could write Emperor Palpatine underneath, because I try to get all the characters to write their character, or the actors write their character names, and his handler was like, "Oh, like you're supposed to pay," and I'm like, "Well, I reached out to customer service and asked if I would need to pay to have him write a character name." And since it wasn't as long as a quote, the lady on customer service was like, "No, you're good." And he wrote it. He was super kind about it, but I was like, "Oh, please don't not do it," But it
was that a fake story or a real one?
What one?
Okay, no. When you said customer service told me all that, that was
well.
That
That's what I guess that was the.
Okay.
I had that ready to use as ammunition against it, but Ian just did it, and it didn't come to that. So I did have that interaction with customer service, but I didn't want to. I didn't want to be that guy, so I just
disarming Zach, just getting whatever he wants.
The autograph, guys.
Disarming or intimidating?
Yeah,
it's one of the two.
I don't know, man. I shook the Emperor's hand, and he was like the nicest guy on the planet. So,
he is really nice.
Yeah, he thought everyone was mentally ill for thinking that the Emperor was a nice guy.
He does think that, which is weird. Yeah.
Which is very nice dude. He talked about something cool in his panel where he was in Obi-Wan for like 30 seconds and he filmed like from his waist up or chest up or whatever. And the costume designer sent him everything he needed but his slippers. And he's like, no one's going to see it. And the costume designer's like, it's not about that. You need to have everything you need. And I'm like, what? That is so cool.
He needed everything he needed to feel like the Emperor. But they didn't end up getting the slippers. They had to use something else, right?
Yeah.
Just the pair of slippers.
So
I love stories like that. I love when it's like you hear these little bits of like people really care. Yes. They care about every little piece of that to make it feel real.
Yes.
I kind of want to know what slippers he wears, though. It made me think about
Maybe they're gold.
Is gold glittery slippers?
Could have been. I don't know. The Emperor's probably rolling in it, so.
Someone look it up.
But yeah.
We need to know.
What size slipper does
Ian McDermott wear? It was an incredible interaction with Ian. Super nice guy.
I think that was the con. Yeah,
that was the con.
I had to know you guys. Well, I left and you guys got some barbecue later that night, right?
Yeah, it was really good. I ate a lot of it, and Craig kept trying to give me his leftovers and would pat me on the back and say, "You're a growing boy. This is what you need to eat." And I'm like, "Okay, home," But it was, David picked a good barbecue spot, and he claims they weren't on their A game, but I think they did mighty well. I think they did mighty well.
Can't find these slippers. Sorry. I left. I try to find. I like blew up some images too. I couldn't find it. Sorry.
Don't pull up anything to get pictures.
Sorry. Just a Death Star.
Don't be looking for feed pics of the Emperor. You don't need that.
You need to get to page like 7 or 8 of Google.
Never go to page 8. Never.
There they are. There they are.
It's dangerous territory.
That was a great con. I got to see James. James told me how to use my phone. That was awesome. He took lots of video. Craig was in also full dad mode, taking photos of everybody, being like, "You'll thank me later when we have Ethan." And I'll be honest, when
That's a direct quote.
When I saw them later, I was like, I am happy he took these photos. And,
that is a direct quote. You'll be happy when you see these later.
You'll miss me when I'm gone. Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
Oh yeah.
What a time, guys.
It was a great time. I loved getting to see the two of you, the three of us. How many people?
But he's talking about Bucky, the puppet.
Oh yeah.
Bucky, the new puppet. Mascot of the puppet. Yes. Again, yes. That has somehow changed Jack's brain chemistry. I'm a little worried.
Oh, that part of me has always been there. It was just coming out to play.
We've unlocked it.
Yeah, maybe that's where I got all my charisma from for the weekend. Because did I not tell both of you guys that my charisma just dies and evaporates at cons?
You did say that, and I was like,
I don't believe you.
I think it was courtesy of Bucky here.
You're welcome. When you didn't have the confidence, you used it to talk to the celebrities.
I only got threatened to be kicked out twice.
Well,
it's okay.
Now that this has gone off the rails, thanks for listening, everybody.
Yeah. Let's roll through the stuffs.
We'll continue this in the group chat.
Where did it go?
First and last podcast.
Comment, like, and subscribe to us on YouTube. Search up Star Wars Stuff Podcast. You can find us on Instagram at Star Wars Stuff Pod. You can find us on X, formerly known as Twitter, at Stuff Pod. Blue Sky, Star Wars Stuff.bsky.social. You can find us on Threads, Star Wars Stuff Pod, and subscribe to us on Patreon, where you can find us at Star Wars Stuff Podcast 2187. Adam will post the tutorial on his Instagram after we are done.
Yes. Make sure you, we talked about it in the Black Tier meeting already, but yeah, go ahead.
Where's the next meetup for Black Tier?
Where's that?
You already. It's secret. It's
trying to find out where the meeting is.
TikTok. You can find us Star Wars Stuff Podcast, and you can email the show starwarstuffpodcast@gmail.com, and you can find our Facebook page, Star Wars Stuff Podcast Group, and hang out with us, and find us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, and give us a 5-star review if you feel so inclined, and all that good stuff. So
is this it?
Is this the longest outro ever?
The world's longest outro.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Sorry.
No, I was gonna
that was
say
it?
Nothing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Well, for Mary and Adam, my name is Zach, and thank you so much for listening, and may the Force be with you.
Always.
That was a little quiet. Can you do that again?
Always.
A little louder.
Always.
Thank you.
Always.
Thank you.
Always. Aren't you a little short to be a stormtrooper?
No, I'm 6'6". Guy freaking